What is going on, everyone? Another night of NBA playoff basketball in the books. Tonight, we saw some mid games. I'm not going to lie. One, I was happy about the result. The other one, I was not too happy about the result. Obviously, I go to Butler University, so I have a little bit of a liking for the Pacers. So I was happy to see them beat the Knicks. I thought the Knicks were going to win that game, but my God, the Pacers beat them down, like whooped their ass. And then Minnesota blew it, man. They had this series in the palm of their hands. Like, surely you're not, after winning two straight games in Denver, the mile high city, you're not going to lose two straight on your home floor, right? Well, that's exactly what they did. And Nikola Jokic had a fantastic game and balled out. And now we are all tied up in both the Indy New York series and the Denver Minnesota series. So let's get right into it. Come on, load. There we go. All right. So let's start off with the Denver Minnesota game. Let's start off with the late game. So we'll start with Minnesota. The story was who's going to step up. Anthony Edwards had the worst game of his playoffs last game. And was he going to respond? And yes, he did. He balled out 44 points, 16 for 25, 5 for 8 from 3. Anthony Edwards was in his bag tonight. If you're a Timberwolves fan, you cannot blame this loss on Anthony Edwards. You know who you can blame this loss on? Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert, the most overrated player in the NBA. I'm going to say it. I swear to God. Karl Anthony Towns, he did not look like the best shooting big tonight. I'll tell you that. This dude was driving the rack thinking he was Giannis, and that shit was nothing but clank, bruh. And he only shot 4 threes and he only made one of them. That's pathetic from Cat. Cat was terrible tonight. Outside of 12 rebounds, which is solid, and 5 offensive rebounds, he was god awful. Literally put 2 knives through my eyes. That's Karl Anthony Towns. This dude sucked. He was terrible. Let's see how much he makes. He earned none of that contract tonight. He earned absolutely zero. Karl Anthony Towns is just, I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Timberwolves in the regular season, I'm gonna be honest, but this was like the worst game of the season for him. Yeah, $221 million. He made approximately $0 tonight because he was so bad. Rudy Gobert, most overrated player in the NBA. This dude's got a worse offensive game than Ben Simmons. I swear to God. This dude, I don't know what the fuck he was doing tonight. Like, all he can do is dunk. He can't do anything. Free throws, he shot his free throws like Ben Simmons. He was practically Ben Simmons tonight. Like, terrible on the free throw. Good rebounding. 5 offensive rebounds. You can't not credit. That's good. That's good. But offensively, outside of those rebounds, he was Ben Simmons. And they had 5 fucking turnovers as well. This guy was straight garbage tonight. He was garbage. And defensively, I'm sorry. He can't defend Nikola Jokic for shit. Anytime this guy gets some elite center, Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, he gets absolutely cooked. Like, Embiid put up 51 on his ass. Jokic has been cooking him. This guy can't defend the elite centers like other all-time defensive bigs could. Like, you ain't see Ben Wallace taking shit from Shaq. He blocked Shaq so hard when he was dunking, he fell over. You ain't see that. You ain't see that from Dikembe Mutombo or Ben Wallace. Even Dwight Howard. You didn't see it from any of those all-time great defensive bigs. Olajuwon, never. David Robinson, never. Rudy Gobert, though, he getting cooked by Jokic and Bede. I mean, this dude can't guard a single guy outside of 2 feet away from the basket. Rudy Gobert was just terrible tonight. Granted, he's a fantastic rim protector. But this dude can't guard for shit outside of 2 inches away from the basket. Yeah. Jaden McDaniels tried his best. He tried. He really did. But 11 points just isn't going to get it done when you have 2 bums in the paint doing nothing. Mike Conley's old. You can't expect Mike Conley to carry the load for you. It's not Mike Conley's fault that you lost the game. It's definitely not Anthony Edwards' fault. It's not Jaden McDaniels. It's these two clowns right here, Gobert and Towns. Towns be thinking he's a lion. Nah, he's just a little kitten, bruh. You ain't no big cat. You ain't no big cat. You a kitten, bruh. Do better, bruh. The bench also for Minnesota. I thought Nas Reed was okay. He hit some threes, especially the one or the deep. Actually, he only hit one three. What am I saying? The deep three early, that was pretty sick. Put him up like 7. You can't blame Nas Reed for this either. Nikhil Alexander Walker, you were a straight bomb tonight, dude. 1 for 7. What the hell were you doing? Every time you shot that ball from the corner, that was an automatic miss, dude. And you even had an air ball, I'm pretty sure. Like, what the hell are you doing? Anthony Edwards, I felt like for a lot of this game, there was one player on the floor for Minnesota. It was Anthony Edwards. But yeah, these guys, these Gobert and Towns, they both suck, man. Like, if I don't know. I know the whole Gobert Towns thing, it worked out for the most part super well this year, but like, if Towns can't hit his threes, it's terrible. It does not work. One of these guys needed to sit, and neither of them did. And I think that's what lost them the game. Is that they played like shit, and they didn't bench one of them because if Nas Reed was in this game with Cat, maybe they could have come back and won. Who knows? But yeah, shout out to Anthony Edwards for trying to put the team on his back. 44, it's pathetic. It's not enough. And that's not saying Anthony Edwards is pathetic. It's people around him. 44 not being enough to win you a game is pathetic, especially with a roster like this. Like, come on, Minnesota, do better. You had this series in your hands and you just fucking blew it. But let's give credit to the victors, the Denver Nuggets. They come into Minnesota down 2-0. Impossible task in front of almost impossible task in front of them. And they fucking ball out for 2 games straight. Like, my God. I said we were going to get Jokic's legacy game. Maybe this isn't a Jokic's legacy game, but Jokic was fantastic tonight. Outside of the 4 turnovers, he's got to clean that up a little bit. But he had 7 assists to go with it. So shout out to Nikola Jokic. He was balling. He was passing the rock like a monster tonight. 15 for 26. I think there were times where he made his life more difficult than it needed to be, but some of the shots he hit, my God, especially when Minnesota started making it close towards the end, hitting a little floater, walking back on defense like it's no big deal. He's done this before. Nikola Jokic was absolutely in his bag tonight, proving that he was the best player in the series. Like, he was in his bag. Jamal Murray giving you 19, just a solid game for Jamal Murray. Like, it's not one of these, oh my God, Jamal Murray is a playoff god games, but like, just a solid game from Jamal Murray. This is what you need from Jamal Murray. Like, can't have those games where he doesn't score a single point in the first half or anything like that. But Jamal Murray, he delivered for you tonight. But the one who really helped Denver get it done tonight was Aaron Gordon. This guy was in 11 for 12. Are you kidding me? 2 for 2 from 3. We've never seen this efficiency out of Aaron Gordon. Like, let me show you. Let me show you how bad of a 3-point shooter Aaron Gordon is. He is a terrible 3-point shooter. 29% from 3. Hold on. Let's compare him to Russell Westbrook, who's like, his nickname is West Rick. Let's see this. Let's see this. 27%. So, like, he's a little bit better than Russell Westbrook. But, like, Aaron Gordon, man, last few games, he's been locked in. Shout out to Aaron Gordon. Like, this dude, I thought he couldn't play when he was on the Magic. Nikola Jokic, being paired with Jokic does something to dudes. He locked in. He's been in his bag in Minnesota. Like, my God. Porter Jr., quiet game from him. I think going forward, you're going to need more from Michael Porter Jr. But you know what? He only shot the ball 4 times. It wasn't his time to shine. It was Aaron Gordon's time to shine. He locked in. KCP, not a very efficient night. He's also going to need to step up in the future, but they didn't need it tonight. So, because Aaron Gordon was in his bag, Jokic was in his bag, and Jamal Murray was delivering. But now we go to the bench, guys. Reggie Jackson, he was in for 9 minutes. He gave you 6 points. He hit those 2 threes early to lock. He was locked in. He helped get that Denver lead up. I don't know why they didn't bring him back in. He might have got hurt. I'm not going to lie. This is me not knowing ball right here. I don't know why they didn't bring him back in because he was locked in. And yeah, Christian Brown doing what he does. I mean, he looked like he was NBA Finals Christian Brown when he was locked in. Christian Brown was locked in tonight. He hit his 3, his free throws, hit all of his shots except for one. this is Justin Holiday, right? Yeah, I'm not tripping. See, I'm a casual ball knower, I guess you can say. I'm a casual. Oh, oh, no, we're good. I thought the ad was about to play. We're good. Justin Holiday was in his bag tonight. Shout out to Justin Holiday, Drew Holiday. Lady Drew Holiday, he's in his bag. Yeah, shout out the Denver Nuggets, man. I thought they were done because people were saying Celtics Nuggets was a lock, and I was in my friend's group chat making fun of those people, saying that Celtics Nuggets was a lock. Because Nuggets went down 2-0 after losing two at home. I thought they were done. Even Stephen A said they were going to get swept. Everyone in the world thought Denver was done. But nah. Nikola Jokic is the Undertaker, man. He brought them out of the grave because he's him. Three-time MVP, man. While I'm hurt, I think Joel Embiid could have snagged one of those MVPs. Nikola Jokic is that guy, man. He is a stud. I mean, all-time great of our generation, man. And that's coming from an Embiid fan. So if anyone's watching this, and if you're a Denver Nuggets fan, congratulations. You got one of the game's all-time best on your team, and he just fucking brought you out of the grave. Now go win the series. If you don't win the series, this is for nothing. But if you win the series, this is like an all-time Jokic moment, all-time Denver Nuggets moment. Literally pulling y'all out the grave. So shout out Denver Nuggets. Let's move on to the other game. Man, I love this game. This game was awesome. This game was fire to watch. The Pacers, literally someone lit a fire under their ass for this game. I don't know what someone said in the locker room, but they were locked in today. You know who wasn't? The New York Knicks. They're out of gas, man. They're running out of fuel. Like, whew, they got their ass whooped, man. If Indiana didn't score a single point in the fourth quarter, they would have still won. Third quarter, they would have still won. They practically could have put all of these guys in, the bench players in, like they could have been running their deep bench in the second half and probably still won. But yeah, Indy locked in today. Now let's talk about these New York Knicks, man. They came back down to earth, didn't they? Precious Achiuwa, yeah, you were okay, but you were minus 22. Didn't play any defense. How about those offensive rebounds? Oh, my bad, Precious Achiuwa. You had 5 offensive rebounds. You're the only one who actually offensive rebounded well. So shout out to Precious Achiuwa. I think he might have been the best player for the Knicks today. Isaiah Hartenstein, yeah, you were used to grabbing all those O boards. What you doing now? Grabbing 0. I'll say this: Brunson tried. He tried, but man, is he hurting, man. He can't explode like he did before. Something's just off with Brunson. I mean, he's hurt. We know he's hurt. He's been hurting. So yeah, Brunson's been trying, or he's trying, but he just can't. And that's not his, it's not like him choking or anything like that. He's just hurt, man. Like someone else got to step up and no one's doing it. It wasn't Josh Hart. Mr. Dog, Mr. Big Dog himself. He was a puppy tonight, bro. He only played 24 minutes because they were so bad. No offensive rebounds. No dog from Josh Hart tonight, man. He looked like a puppy. He looked like a puppy hiding in the corner. Dante DiVincenzo, you thought you were dropping 35, man. You dropping a nice 3 for 13 stat line. Like, come on, be better. Knicks starting 5, they got to be better. But a lot of this, in my opinion, is because Tom Thibodeau has been playing them so many minutes that they're just getting tired. And you can't play as much as the rotation shrinks in the playoffs, you got to play bench guys in the playoffs. Yeah, no real notable guys off the bench out of the deep bench. Deuce McBride, he was solid. I mean, he kind of just threw up a bunch of stuff and then got a bunch of points because he took a lot of shots. Alec Burks, honestly, best player for the Knicks in this game. Like this guy, since Anunoby's been out, Alec Burks has been getting minutes. Sixer legend, he's been playing solid. Like, can't complain about Alec Burks in this series, man. Like, he's answered the call. He's done all he could. So, I mean, if Tibbs decides he's gonna open up the bench a little bit, you got to keep Alec Burks in there, man. He's been cooking. He's been trying, but it's not enough. How about Shake Milton getting some run? He putting up his little 1, 2, 3 Oh, my bad. A 1, 1, 3 stat line. The reason I'm saying like a 1, 2, 3 stat line, Shake Milton would always have like one, actually more like 10 like solid games in the year. He dropped like 20 or something like that, or 16. Everyone would think, oh, Shake is him, dude. After he dropped those games, every other game he dropped somewhat 1, 2, 3 stat line. So any version of 1, 2, 3. So like that could be 1 to 3, 1, 2, or 3 points, and then yeah, you get it. Shake Milton's a bum. He's been irrelevant since game 2 of the Atlanta Hawks series, where he literally bailed us out from getting swept at home. So shout out Shake Milton for that. But that's like 4 years removed now, and you've done nothing since. So yeah, enough about the losers. Let's get to the winners of this game. I'm gonna say it. No one really played like out of their mind in this game. Everyone just was efficient. And that's why they blew out the Knicks, because they were all efficient. But they all hustled. Everyone hustled on this team. Not a single guy didn't. Everyone hustled. They the Knicks hustle, the way the Knicks have been hustling, it all got transferred to Indy tonight. Like they hustled out of their freaking mind, dude. Like holy shit. The pace, not the Knicks, the Pacers were in their bag. Everyone was efficient. You just look down this list. I ain't got anything like remarkable to say about any of these guys. They were just straight up like efficient. Like Siakam, efficient. Neesmith, efficient. And the dog. Look at all these rebounds. Shout out Neesmith. Yeah, we'll talk about Neesmith. 12 rebounds. He got more rebounds than Miles Turner. What a dog, man. He's the dog. He's one of the dogs on this team. Turner, efficient. 5 for 5, 3 for 3 from 3 point line. Damn, Miles Turner, you were in your bag today. Shout out Miles Turner. Hitting those threes. Nemhard, efficient. Tyrese Halliburton, efficient and a straight up dog. Like, oh my God. That step back three right before half. Holy shit, man. This guy can ball. He's in his bag, man. I want to see him, I want to see him catch fire in Madison Square in game 5, man. That would be awesome. Toppin in his bag. Jalen Smith in his bag. Is this Jarris Walker? Do I know ball? I kind of do. I kind of do. We're on right now. Jarris Walker in his bag. Doug McDermott wasn't in his bag, but it didn't matter because they already locked the game up by the time he was in. Isaiah Jackson in his bag. TJ McConnell, he's the biggest dog on the floor. I don't know what's happening. My webcam, it was freezing, but TJ McConnell was in his bag, man. He's always in his bag, except for last game. But this guy is a straight dog. He's a straight hustler. 10 assists, point guard, bro. He's the real point guard. Get Chris Paul out of here. This is the real point guard, bro. TJ McConnell is him. Is this Kendall Brown? Am I going to get this right? Yes, sir. I know these Pacers players, man. Kendall Brown wasn't in his bag, but it didn't matter because they already locked the game up by the time he was in. I'm not sure if you just heard. I ripped ass. My fault, y'all. Ben Shepherd, he's in his bag defensively, getting those rebounds too. Shout out Ben Shepherd. Pacers locked in today. I am so excited to watch this game 5, man. I thought the Knicks were going to be up 3-1, but nah, Pacers got that dog in their bag. I think I couldn't tell you who's going to win game 5. I mean, momentum's going to tell you the Pacers. But hey, the Knicks actually got some load management this game, not the way you want it though. So the Knicks are going to be a little bit more rested for this next game. So they might lock in. This game 5 is going to be a lot closer than this game 4. But honestly, Indy's got the momentum, and they almost won in Madison Square twice. So I think low-key Indy could go up 3-2 here. Then we're going to Nuggets Timberwolves. I mean, I gotta say the Nuggets, man. Like, how do you respond from this if you're Minnesota? Like, I know Denver just did this. Denver just responded from this. So, like, I mean, Minnesota could very well do it too after doing like almost the impossible, winning 2 games in Denver. So they could, but man, I think Denver's gonna cruise on by here and win that series. I think Denver's got it in their bag. Unfortunately for Minnesota, like I thought they really had it. Anthony Edwards is giving you everything he's got, but Towns and Gobert, man, they just sucking it up. They suck in it, man. They stink, man, these last 2 games. All right. Anyways, that's enough about these games. Let's look what we got going on tomorrow. Celtics, Cavs, Thunder, Mavs. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. What happened? Yeah. Mavs barely edged out the Thunder. I honestly think, let's get out of this. Let's stop sharing the screen. So, Celtics, Cavs. I love what Donovan Mitchell's been doing. I love what Evan Mobley's been doing. They've been in their bag. But Boston's just too much, man. I think they're going up 3-1 and putting the Cavs pretty much away. I think they're going up. I think Boston's going up 3-1. And I think as good as Mitchell plays, as good as Mobley plays, Boston's just the superior team. Like Tatum, Brown, Holiday, Horford. I don't think Porzingis is coming back in the series, but Horford, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, like Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser, all these guys are insane. Like they are elite. Every single player on that team is a superstar at their role, and that is why they are going to go up 3-1. Loki, that game, actually no, that game's gonna be closer than the last one, I think. I think it'll be a little bit of a nail biter, but I think Boston will they'll kind of have the game. It'll be like a yo-yo the entire time. Like Boston will be up 10, and Cleveland will come back 5. And it'll be like maybe Cleveland will make it 5 with like 2 minutes to go. So it'd be close. But yeah. And then I think with OKC Dallas, I low-key think OKC might lock in and take that. I might be wrong, but I think Shea's gonna be him, and they're gonna will a win. They're gonna will out a win and go back tied. But yeah, I think Celtics go up 3-1, Thunder go back tied. That's my prediction. But yeah, that's enough of me. I'm just a yapper who don't know ball. Peace.